Hey guys, welcome back. So if you remember last time we got the cylinders on, so I'm going to go ahead and finish installing these by putting the water pipe on that goes right here. That also keeps the cylinders from falling off if I move this around or something. So go ahead and install this first right here. Pretty straightforward. Of course, don't tighten the bottom one until you get the top on. There we go. Torque that down to 12 Newton meters. Alright, then just of course tighten down the hose clamp and that's done. Usually make sure to put this on the side away from the oil filter because that's going to get you eventually. Alright. There we go. Remember guys, don't forget about that thing you drop in the engine. It's really not a big deal because I had to take this back off anyway. There we go. There it is. Okay, well, just gonna put that back on there now. Okay, now that I actually have the dowel pins, I'm gonna put this together correctly this time. Make sure nothing's in there. That's good. Okay, so now I'm going to just put all the bolts back in loosely first. Okay, so now I'm going to torque all these down also to, this one's 10 Newton meters, sorry. Alright, all the fans back on. Okay guys, it's time to finally install the cylinder head on the engine. First thing I'm going to do is put the, well I've already put the gasket on here and the dowels also. So it's pretty much just ready to pop on. Of course I have the cams out. I've got all my bolts ready to go and I have my printer that's out of ink, but I can read this and I'll try to tell you all what it says. So of course you're going to be careful putting this on. Try to get lined up best as possible. And there it is. Alright, so the first step is going to be putting the washers back. There's going to be 10 of them, one in each hole. Alright, these three you got to use some needle nose to get them on. These two outside ones out here are going to be these castle nuts, or not, I don't really know if that's what they're called, cap nuts. not drop it down in here like I did last time. There we go. Also, make sure these have a bit of oil on them. These already do. That's to make sure you get the correct torque. These here are a bit tricky. Got it. Huh, good lucky there. Sometimes when you drop them down in there, it can be a real adventure to get it back out. If it turns the wrong way on you. All right, one more. Got it. All right. Okay, for the first round, they're going to be torqued down to 19 Newton meters. It's going to be 2 rounds. The first one to 19 Newton meters and the second one to 67 Newton meters. Of course, I'm going to use my short 8 mil here on most of these and the 14 on the end ones. So number 1 is this one here. Number 2 is here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll go ahead and start torquing these down to this first set here. Okay, last one over here. Okay, so now we're going to switch and go to 67 Newton meters or 48 foot-pounds, so pretty high. So we're going to start here in the middle again. Hopefully I can do this by myself. There it is. Okay, so we got those 2. Okay, then we'll go to number 3 here. Not the easiest thing to do up here above you. Number 4. Try down here. Might be easier for me. Then we have number 5, which can be this one up here. Okay. Number 6 here. Okay, number 7 is going to be that outside one. Number 8 is going to be this one. Okay. Number 8, or 9 rather, sorry. All right, one more. All right. Okay, at blast we have the 2 small bolts that go in over here on this side. Just like that. These are going to be torqued down to 12 Newton meters. All right. Okay guys, so the head's on. It's time to put the cams on for real now. The first step of that is I'm going to put in this first chain guide for the timing chain. It's going to go right down in there, and then the pin goes through the hole right there on that. Here somewhere. Next I'm going to go ahead and put the cam chain in. Actually, sorry, first I'm going to rotate the engine around to top dead center where we're going to put the engine together at with the cams. Alright, so that's top dead center, and that's where we're going to put the engine together at. So I'm going to turn it real quick to make sure I can see it. So next I'm going to go ahead and put the timing chain in. Just going to slip right down in there like that. And you kind of have to get it past usually to get it to go over that nut if you have it on there still. Just like that. Okay. So it's usually easiest to put the exhaust one on first. For the place where to put these, hang on one second, I'll show you. There's going to be a mark on it somewhere. Right there, it is on this one. It's this right here, that dot. That tells us where this goes. That dot corresponds with the line right here on the cam cap. So you know it's going to go right here. About right there, actually. So I'll go ahead and put this cam on. It's a bit easier that way, I think. So make sure to put this in before it goes in this way. Just like that. Alright, so now I'm going to pull the chain up as much as I can here. So we want all the slack out of the front side of the chain. Once it's aligned on the mark, that is. So like I said, you want to make sure all the slack is out of the front of this thing. I'll put that pin in there. It is. So then the rear cam, this is the one that's much trickier because you got to kind of get it in here perfect. There's the mark on this one, right here on the end. I just got to hope we'll get it in here right the first time. It's probably not right, it's probably too far forward. Okay, we go back one tooth. Maybe. One more. Probably going to be it there. Okay. So go ahead and put this cap on now so we can have a look at the timing. Okay. So yeah, it looks like got pretty close on the first try there. Okay. So now we need to torque all these down to 10 Newton meters. Okay. So the cams are installed. Now I'm just going to put the cam chain tensioner in real quick. Okay, so next I'm going to install the cam chain tensioner here. It goes in this hole back here. A couple things about it. There's an arrow on it right here. That's up. On the inside there's like this kind of spring thing that you squeeze together right here, right? That's the lock that you have to do to retract it. So you have to push it all back in there. Let me let it out so I can show you. See how it comes out? It'll be like that when you take it out the first time. So you need to squeeze it together, push it all the way in, use this little safety clip to clip it on like that. So now it's held on there. Make sure these aren't hung up, and we're ready to install it. Okay, then the cam chain tensioner here is going to be tightened down to 10 Newton meters. So once I go to turn the crank here, it should release that the cam chain tensioner there. There it was.